Hello and welcome back to my craft room. It is the 22nd of November 2021 and guess what just popped through my letterbox? Ooh, it's the November Scrawlr Box and it is an unusually heavy one. So I can't wait to see what's in there. So without further ado, let's go straight to the desk and check it out. I've also got this ready to show you. So this arrived during the week. It's my little Scrawlr special pencil case. So it's all little and dinky like this. But look what it does. Woohoo! I love that. So you've got all of these pockets in here, different sizes and shapes of pockets. I could put my pencils in here, I could put my rubber in there, couldn't I? Filled up my pencil case, and then I can just do this to carry it around, and then when I'm ready to use it, there you go. It's like a little pot on my desk. I love that. I love that. Very, very happy with that. I kind of wish now that I'd got the Scrawlr badge at the same time. There was a little enamel badge, a limited edition one, I think. I kind of wish I got that as well. But then I do tend to get little badges and things sometimes. There's a little loop there. Look, I could put some. So yeah, I probably will gradually add bits and bobs to this. But yeah, very happy with that. So anyway, that's not what you've come here to have a look at. You want to know what's inside this box, and so do I. Now my address is on here, so I just need to. Careful. Right, there we go. That's all you've got to do. You just pull a tab and you're in. So for anybody that doesn't know, Scrawlr Box is a monthly subscription box. You get a mystery selection of art supplies, something different every month, something you may not have tried before. I love them. They're really good value. I think they're £16.95 a month now, including the postage to the UK. And they've made me try. Sometimes it's things I've already got, but you know, they're handy to have more. They're always really good quality. It's always good value for money. And sometimes it's made me try things I would never have thought of trying otherwise. So yeah, anyway, stop waffling, Annie, and open the box. Okay, drum roll. Ooh. So here's the little package with main goodies in. There's a Scrawlr zine. There's always a... Oh, isn't that... Oh, I love that. Oh, I can't wait to see what's in here. There's always a featured artist with a piece of their work here. So I'll hold it up so you can see. I don't want to mispronounce it. There we go. I will put a link. I'll put the link below to their Instagram. They're from India and currently living in Toronto. A drug regulatory professional with a passion for art. That's an unusual combination, isn't it? So we'll have a bit more of a read about them later. There's a Scrawlr zine, which I'll flick through in a bit, but I don't want to now because I want to keep this a surprise. Oh, now that you always get some kind of substrate. It might be some artboard, it might be a piece of canvas, it might be it was a marker pad last time with bleed-proof marker paper, but you always get some kind of substrate. In this case, we've got a Fabriano Sketchbook. Oh, nice. Funnily enough, I was just thinking the other day, I think I might just get myself a nice little handy sketchbook. Quite nice paper, not over heavy but not over light either. Quite reasonably smooth. Not smooth like the marker paper was, but certainly smoother than, say, watercolour paper. And I like the finish, I like the look of it. Nice. Okay, I'm going to put the box out of the way to give me some space. And now let's get to the really exciting part. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Oh, there's always a sweetie, which usually in some way reflects the supplies. And look, don't you love that? Oh, I'll enjoy that in a minute. Maybe not while I'm trying to talk to camera. Oh, no, this is the 3rd month running that I'm going to be saying this is one of my favourite boxes. You always get a sticker. So I've already covered some, I think 2 or 3 art journals with these now, and I've got some others that I haven't found space for yet. Look, the last 4 months now I've got. I need to find somewhere new to stick these on. Maybe it'll be this. Okay, right. So, oh, wow. God, I feel like we're being really spoilt, don't you? That seems like a lot, doesn't it? Oh, there's a rubber there as well hiding. A slim eraser, Derwent slim eraser. So, let's just have a quick look at this. So you always get a little kind of a menu card with a breakdown of what all the supplies are. So that's really handy. And you get a Scrawlr challenge, so it's always a word or a phrase. So in this case, it's creating calm. This month's box is all about finding calm in the creative process. Oh, that's something I need to do. That's a very open challenge, isn't it? And I can see how this artist has just kind of gone with the flow and used the materials, and yeah, I'd love to try and create something along these lines. I think that is absolutely beautiful. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Well, we've got the fine uni Posca here. These Posca white pens are brilliant. I mean, I think they're best kind of white pen. These and I like the Uniball Signo white as well. So this is a really fun. This is a 0.7 pin type. So I will swatch all these in a minute. We've also got an Echo Pigment liner. So this is a 0.1. So it's quite fine. We've got a 2B Gold Faber-Castell pencil. Very handy. The slim eraser. I guess the most exciting bit though is these fine liners and brush pens. Wow, let's just have a quick read. I don't know how you pronounce this. Bruinzeel. They're from Holland. With this box, we're providing you with not just one set of pens, but 2. Each set is a collection of complementing colours. These sets are perfect for urban sketching, hand lettering, bullet journaling, brush lettering and drawing. Each of these pens is dual tipped with a brush tip for varied thickness, line making, and a 4mm durable fine nib for precise detailing. They contain a water-based ink, so you can reactivate them with water or create washes and blends with a little water and a brush. Test it out. Well, I definitely will be doing that. A lovely collection. So these apparently retail at $5.29 a set, which I think seems like very good value. All of these for $5.29. We'll see what they're like. Oh, and I love when they're I love when pens and pencils are kind of triangular like that, so they don't keep rolling off your desk. These look lovely. They feel nice. They don't look cheap, but I think $5.29 for those is really good. I know, I don't think it's kind of what I call a real brush nib because it's not completely flexible, but it's pretty good. And a little fine, yes, it's, as I say, it's quite durable, but it's not like a felty one. It's one of those quite robust nibs, so that's good. I do get a bit heavy-handed with my lining sometimes. What a lovely selection of colours in both of these. I'm going to take this one out. Oh, well, they wouldn't have stayed in there for very long. I might try them out in my new pencil case. Okay. So, this is the Tokyo edition. Oh, I need to... So that's the Venice edition, and that's the Tokyo edition. Marvellous. What an exciting box. So, I think the next thing is, so I'm going to have a quick look in the magazine because it does always give you some tips and things. I think normally I sort of swatch things out because I'm in such a hurry to see how they work, and it might be more sensible to look at these first. So, and I'm almost certainly going to forget what colour does that come out? Which is, it's like a pale grey. Lovely, I can't wait to see how they work, but let's just have a quick look at this first. So you always get like a breakdown of, you know, broad details about the supplies, so not quite as detailed as on the menu card. So let's have a look. What does it say about these? Tiny lines or longer lines, circles, dots and hatching. Mix up your mark making for visual effect. Buchanan's Toffee Wells. This is permanent ink, so you won't have to worry about lots of smudging. So that's great. So I can do my design in this and then go over it with these, and they should be okay. I can do washes with these if I want to. There's so much scope in this box. And as they're saying here, the skinny eraser means you can get into those tiny corners for precise erasing. Flexible brush tip, yeah, so it's not as flexible as some, but it is flexible. So, and thin white lines with the Posca. So there's lots of different marks and effects that I can try with these supplies. Lots of scope. Here's the Scrawlr artist, who I'm just not going to risk offending her by mispronouncing her name. Beautiful work. Look at that. I love this kind of thing. I love all of it. And it does very much evoke that whole feeling of just let it flow, just enjoy the process, just try the supplies and enjoy playing with them, and don't worry about, you know, just let it happen. Yeah, so I'll have a good read about her later. I always enjoy reading about the featured artist. And here are the tips and things. This is what I wanted to look at before swatching them. So artist advice. I enjoy drawing florals a lot, and the featured artwork is inspired from lilies. That's this. Yes, you can very much see that. She sketched out her subject first and then added details with a fine liner. Lines of varied thickness keeps the work interesting. Yes, I must remember that when I'm using the brush pens. I felt there was still something missing, so I added abstract swirls in the background. And then because it's so detailed, she coloured the lilies to make them pop. One tip would be to add shadows to give depth and layers to your artwork. And here they're kind of, those colours are kind of complementary, aren't they? Pretty much opposite each other on the wheel, sort of orangish and bluish. Okay, things to try. So the fine liner stroke brush pens, so these ones, allow for thick and thin lines. It's all about the amount of pressure you put on the pen. Da-da. Visual interest with cross-hatching, squiggles, dots and circles. Mix it up. Yes, the smaller nib matches the brush side, so you can use the smaller end to fill in the more detailed bits while keeping the colour consistent, which is really handy. They're also water-based ink, so you can get a paintbrush involved. So put the ink down and sweep a damp brush over, or scribble on a palette first to create a wash. Yes, that's something I love to do. The ultrafine nib on the Posca marker makes it ideal for adding in intricate details. It's lovely. I love doodling over, colouring in my design and then doodling over it with white to finish off. I love doing that. The paint inside the Posca marker has a smooth opaque coverage, so you can go over darker areas. Yeah, it's really good. It's so good for that. It's actually an acrylic paint. Yes, they apply like acrylic paint, but they are water-based, so you can experiment with a paintbrush and water, but once they're dry they won't move, whereas these will still reactivate. This, it will mix with water, but once it's dry it's acrylic paint, you're not moving it. In contrast, the Eco Fine Liner, Faber-Castell Eco Fine Liner, is a permanent marker, so any water added won't disrupt the marks made. The implication there is that the Posca pens would, I will try letting the Posca, I've been using Posca paint pens for years and I've never found they've moved after they've dried, but I will have a go just to see. Scrawlr Gallery. Now this was dramatic landscapes, and it was quite a challenging one, but really fun, and the supplies that we had This was one of my favourite boxes, all-time favourite boxes. Oh look, there's Uncle Frogface. I watched him do this one. Need to check out his YouTube channel if you haven't already. He does some brilliant stuff. Yeah, I'm glad to see that there. Ah, some amazing work there. Yeah. I'll have a better look at them later, check some of them out. And then there's always an article kind of related to the supplies and the general theme in some way. The idea of doing a mandala is quite tempting actually. Yeah, I'll have a bit of a. I usually then once I've done opened the box and done my swatching, I mull it over for a couple of days and then I get cracking on the challenge. So let's do a bit of swatching. I'm going to try and at least keep the pens in their sets while I swatch. Okay, so this was the Tokyo set and this is the Venice set. Let's try them first. So many to try. There's such a lot of scope. Has it? Don't seem to be any colour names on here at all. So this is just the pink in the Tokyo set. Let's try the brush end first. Okay, let's try it now. So get quite a fine line and also quite a thin line. And I can use the fine line at end. Oh, that's really fine. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera. You'll have to see it better with the darker colours in a minute. Yeah, they feel nice on this paper as well. So I'm so not methodical with my swatching. Let's just do the colours as they come, because I want to try them, watering them down in a minute as well. So that's the pink colour. Then there's this kind of khaki goldy kind of colour. Green, like an olive green. Would you call it olive? Mm-hmm. And that's a very pale, like a dove grey. Very pretty grey actually. Then we got this more of a green. And a brown. What a huge range of colours. I'll do the fine line in some of these as well. Let's go. Just to see how they feel. Oh. Yeah, quite nice. And then this is a black, no, dark grey. So we've got the dark grey and the light grey. This is all very kind of, to me, quite architecture-y, but also flesh tones. You know, I can imagine doing faces with this. And then you've got a little bit of a pink as well, which is always nice to have. I'm going to have to just stop and get a brush. So let's have a... Let's just see how they move with the water. Yeah, so they do move, but kind of not as much as I thought they might. I think if I wanted an all over, one of the things I quite like to do is to kind of, you know, say it was a face, sort of outline it like that, and then activate it with water to kind of add a shadow, but it's not going to move well enough for that. So I think if I wanted that effect, I'd probably scribble it on my on my surface first and then apply it. Yeah, but that might be partly down to the type of paper. They might behave differently on a different type of paper. So that is this is the Tokyo set. Let's try what was it called? Venice, the Venice set. So this is a lovely soft pink. I wonder if I move that straight away before it's had time to... Oh, I've still got the other colour in it. No, it still doesn't want to move too much. Okay, right, good to know, good to know. So that was the sort of rose pink colour there. Then we've got this sort of pale peachy colour. Oh, it comes out quite orange. There's plenty of scope for doing flesh tones, different flesh tones here. This looks like a brown. It's a darker brown than the other one, but it's a very dark brown. This looks like a burgundy kind of colour, or a reddish brown, more of a reddish brown. And we've got a couple of shades of blue, this sort of pale sky blue, and a turquoise. Let's see how they blend. They don't blend too well on this paper, but I might have to. I might try the marker paper again with them. Venice set. And then we've still got the 2B pencil. I mean, it's Faber-Castell. I know it's going to be nice quality. It's 2B, which is a really handy one that I use a lot, so that's good. Slim eraser. I need to unwrap that. I'm not going to worry about doing that now. And then we've got this Faber-Castell Echo Pigment. Now, is this black or is it grey? I'm assuming it's black. Yeah. Right, yeah, it just produces a lovely line, and of course won't go anywhere with water. Oh, or will it? It will if you're really quick. That's interesting, isn't it? So if I just do that, let's do 2. Okay. I just want to know. Make sure that's all clean. That's clean now. Yeah. Okay. So it's not moving now. But if I did it really quickly, it would move a little bit. So I just need to make sure it's dried if I don't want it to move. And the other thing I want to know is, time to dry, how will it react if I put one of these colours over it? Same thing, it's moving slightly because I was very quick with it, but I think if I let it dry first it would be fine, because these are just water based, so that's good. And then finally the ultra fine uni Posca pen in white. I've already got probably several of these because they're brilliant. I love them. There we go. Took a little while to get going, that one, but right, so let's just see how it will go over the top of some of these. So if I can do it on this black, you can see what a lovely dense opaque white line you get with it. One of the things I find sometimes when I'm going over colours with the paint pen is that once it dries, as it dries, it kind of picks up a little bit of the colour from underneath, and I find I just want to go over the same line again once it's dried just to get a really opaque coverage. But yeah, I love these pens. I love them. They just really make you want to doodle. All different. So you can see there, that's kind of slightly picked up the colour underneath and just a little bit, and so I would wait till that had dried and then just go over those lines again if it bothered me. So I feel like we've very much got our money's worth again. I mean, quick tot up, $5.29 each for these sets, which seems very reasonable anyway to me. 20 off the top of my head is about sort of 22 quid's worth, something like that. And the sweetie and the sticker and the magazine and all the inspiration, and yeah, which you can't really put a price on. So there we go, there's my November 2021 Scrawlr box. Very, very happy with it. Look at all that. And now, because I've got my lovely pencil case, I can just go love that. Okay, so as I say, I will cogitate for a couple of days, have a bit of a think about what I want to do with these supplies. The challenge is very open, I think, this time. You could go anywhere with it, really. I'm very much drawn to this kind of a style. I love that. It's kind of almost Zentangle. I'm thinking Zentangle would be a great way to go. But also these colours, you know, you could definitely do people, faces and buildings, so that's quite tempting as well. And there is just so much scope with all the different kind of marks you can make and the different ways you can use these supplies. So I'm really excited to get going with those. Limited time at the moment, so it'll be a few days before I get round to that, but I will do. Watch this space. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you again really soon. Bye.